Hi, this is Dean Cardinal with Worldwide Trekking, and today I'm going to talk about the gear for Kilimanjaro, Part 2, your clothing. Okay, so you need to prepare for Kilimanjaro, pack up your clothing. Keep in mind when you're packing that after the climb you'll have a chance to do laundry before we go on safari, and you can have some of the items that you wore when you traveled to Tanzania laundered before we go on the climb. So there's a couple times to do laundry. The first thing you're going to want is just some comfortable travel clothing. Tanzania is pretty casual, you know, just some collared button-up type travel shirts are nice to have. A couple of those. You can wear those to travel over. You can also wear those to dinner when we have dinner in the lodges, and definitely comfortable to wear on safari. A couple pair of travel type trekking pants. These are just a North Face comfortable pants. These actually have zippers that zip off the legs if you want to wear them as shorts afterwards, or when it's hot, maybe on some portions of the safari. But on the Kilimanjaro climb, these travel type pants are going to be comfortable around the lodge. They'll be comfortable to wear to trek on the mountain, and wear at least the first few days before we get to the upper elevations. On the mountain, you're going to want some lightweight long underwear. So a top and a bottom, just a regular poly type long underwear. Here's a long underwear type top, just a zip tee. It's got long sleeves. It's got a zipper here so I can ventilate up high if I need to, and I can wear my thermal underwear and my zip tee top together. Okay, for trekking pants on the mountain, just some lightweight type khaki style trekking pants. So we'll want a couple pairs of those. You'll be able to wear your pants for a couple or a few days on Kilimanjaro, and then you can swap them out with a fresh pair when we get up higher on the mountain. I like to bring something to sleep in for around the lodges. So I'm going to bring a comfortable pair of shorts. I'm going to bring my favorite t-shirt. Comfortable is key, so just my old favorite t-shirt. And then I like to bring a pair of sweatpants. The sweatpants I can wear if I want to get up at the lodge and go get a cup of coffee early when I first wake up. When I get up to my camp on Kilimanjaro and I've been trekking all day in my trekking pants and a shirt, I want to be able to take those layers off so that you can kind of put on what we call the warm snugglies, you know, for the evening, which is going to be a pair of sweatpants and a jacket, kind of fleece or something like that. I'm going to want a variety of just a poly t-shirt. You don't want to use cotton to hike in. When you use cotton, it's going to get wet from when you sweat, and then it's not going to dry very easily. So these poly style t-shirts are going to be way more comfortable. When you stop, they're going to dry. They'll air out and dry overnight so you can wear them the following day. They don't hold as much odor, so they're really going to help you when you get up on the mountain. So you want a few poly t-shirts, and the poly t-shirts do come short and long sleeves, so maybe bring a couple short sleeve and a long sleeve one, and you can layer up accordingly. I would bring 6 pair of socks and 6 pair of underwear, and then you can have stuff laundered when we come off the mountain back at the lodge before you go on safari, so that would get you through the climb. You can also have a couple pair of socks and underwear that you leave at the lodge, along with some other clothing items in the bag that you store at the lodge while we're on the mountain. So next, while you're on the mountain, you're going to want a shell layer, top and bottom. So Gore-Tex layer or a high vent layer or something like that, any kind of nice light jacket. I don't get an insulated jacket, I get just a shell layer. A shell layer is going to protect you from the rain, and it's also going to protect you from the wind. Then I'm going to want some shell pants, the same type layer as that, with a long pair of pants. So these are just, you know, this is a North Face high vent, waterproof. You can see it's really, you know, water repellent, waterproof. So basically a rain jacket, top and bottoms. And we should be able to layer these up. Then I'm going to have like a soft shell or an insulated type pants. So when it's cold, I'll be able to layer up. I'll be able to wear my thermal pants. Then I would wear my heavier warm pants. And if I needed to, I could even put my shell pants over top of that. So all three of those layers are going to keep you incredibly warm on the mountain. On top, I can do the same thing. I can wear a poly t-shirt. Then I can wear an insulated top layer like a zip tee, kind of thermal top layer. Then I could wear my jacket, my soft shell jacket or my fleece type jacket. And then I could wear my shell on top. So all those layers are going to be keeping me incredibly warm when we're up higher on the mountain. As you get warm, you don't want to get sweaty. So the more layers that you have, the more that you can shed a layer. So you're getting warm, it's getting hot, maybe the sun's come out from behind the clouds. I can take a layer off and just kind of monitor my body temperature. It's really important in the mountains. Another thing that's really good to have, especially for the summit night, is a nice warm insulated jacket. This is a poly down. It's not actually a goose down, but goose down is fine. The difference between poly and goose down is this poly jacket, it's not going to pack up quite as small, but if it does get wet, it would still keep me warm. So just this one I like because it has a hood. I could put on this jacket and then I could put my shell jacket over top of it and I'd really have a great system. I would be incredibly warm. So these layers are all going to help you layer up and layer down. A couple more items that you're going to want for the body is a pair of fleece style gloves. These are like a wind stopper, so they're not going to let the wind go through. When you're up at altitude and you're using trekking poles and you're walking along and your hands are exposed and oftentimes elevated, your hands can get cold. So just a nice fleece glove like this is going to be really nice to walk in at the upper elevations during the day. It's also a nice glove to have when the sun goes down at camp. It's just a nice insulated glove. Then for the upper portion of the mountain, I want a pretty good ski glove. I want actual nice warm sized style glove. If you are prone to having cold fingers and circulation where your fingertips get cold, instead of a ski glove, a warm ski glove, use a nice mitten. It's going to keep your hands much warmer. Good idea to bring a swimsuit. The lodges we stay at, many of them have pools, so it's nice to be able to have a swimsuit to use if you want to take a dip in the pool. And then it's a good idea to have a rain poncho. A rain poncho is going to go over your whole body and it will really keep you dry in the event it's raining hard for an extended period of time, but also it's going to be quite arid and it's going to keep you a lot more comfortable than zipping on some tight rain jacket. So definitely recommend bringing a rain poncho on the climb. Again, whenever you buy gear, the more that you buy quality products, it's going to lead to longer life, a better fit, and a lot of times it's going to function better. So when you buy your rain jacket, you know, a good quality rain jacket is going to protect you from the elements, the wind and the rain, much better than some really cheap or old rain jacket that doesn't function very well. The same with your warm layers. We get into the insulated layer, this layer that's going to keep you really warm and comfortable when we go to the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. It's going to make a difference to have a very nice, good functioning piece of gear. So the better quality gear that you buy, more name brands, whether it's North Face, Patagonia, Mountain Hardwear, or others, are going to lead to longer life. You know, if you go to backcountry.com, you're going to be able to find a lot of items on sale. You know, you should start shopping for gear early so you can buy it online at a discount, get the gear in, and then be able to try it on. If you don't like it, you can return it and you can buy something that fits properly. So don't wait for the last week before we leave to purchase all your gear. Give yourself plenty of time to buy the gear, to make sure it's the quality that you want, to make sure that it fits properly. If it does and you decide to keep it, you should wear it some to break it in to make sure it's functioning properly, that there's no problems with it, so you're ready for Kilimanjaro. Okay, so this was the clothing section of the gear. Be sure to stay tuned to our following videos to learn more about the gear you're going to need for Kilimanjaro, footwear, sleeping wear, and everything else. Visit our website at www.trek.com or contact us if you have any questions.